Why are you here?
A land, a faith, a war.
What burns within you?
A purpose, a fear, a curse.
Who are you?
A curse for the living, a cure for the dead, a weapon to win the war.
Hello guys, my name is Red SavePoint, and today we're going to be doing a review for a game that I randomly found on Steam called Fear of Faith. It is a co-op survival horror game where a bunch of clone soldiers are pretty much raiding World War II bases, and you fight demons and you kill everything in your way and try to extract as fast as you can. I know, that's a lot to throw at you in the beginning of this recording. Now, before anything, I want to go ahead and specify that this game is still in early access and has only been out for a couple of days. But the studio behind this game have been very wonderful on keeping people updated on everything that you can do in the game, and basically, whatever. They have a wonderful Discord server, and if you're looking for support, definitely check their Discord server out. I've been having a fun time talking with the developers and talking to everybody and getting into random matches with people on the game. So definitely check it out. But for right now, let's go ahead and get into the review. Sorry, I was stuttering a little bit. I'm just waking up and doing this recording. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the review. But basically, the whole concept of the game is that you and a couple of friends, you enter this huge bunker underground and you do extraction missions to basically extract like this green goo. I forgot the name of it. It'll probably show up in the recording somewhere, or where I recorded some gameplay. But basically, you extract this green stuff and you basically just go around and kill demons and try to kill bosses, and it's pretty fun game. I'm having a good time with it. There's a lot of stuff that I definitely would like to see changed, but I definitely think that this game has something going for it. I wouldn't say as popular as something like Lethal Company, but I do wish that the game later down the line does get a some popularity. I really do hope so, because this game is definitely fueled by a lot of passion. I can see a lot of people enjoying it, and it's so far pretty fun. Let me go ahead and tell you exactly how each setup is going to be, like how every game usually starts. Now, every bunker is usually procedurally generated. Every item is procedurally generated. Nothing's the same, so you usually have the same kind of experience through every time you play. And before we do anything, I do have to specify that, like I said, it's still in early access. There's some things that, there's still some glitches and stuff like that, which later on the developers will, clear up, whatever, because the game is still in early access. But basically, you spawn in and you start walking around doing whatever you need to do, pick your classes and get your spells and things like that. You can see footage of me right here, just randomly just looking at items that I had from previous runs, and yeah, buy stuff from the shop, things like weapons, medicine, things like that. And you can also sell items, so you could also like try to sell items that you don't need anymore unless they're gifted to you by the Empire, which is like, lore reasons, like people in the lore, whatever. But basically, you get your items and you start walking out, and you just go at it. You try to find this extraction, like, this is right here. Um, this extractor where you can extract things from dead bodies and stuff like that. It's pretty cool concept. And then you can hit this little board here, and basically you can activate missions. there's these missions that'll randomly pop up on the board, and you can complete them if you want to, and earn some extra credits for when you go out and do your next run, and hopefully buy yourself some healing items and some weapons, things like that. You can close vents to reduce enemies from spawning in when the lights go out. And basically, like your usual setup. Yep, there's me hitting a bear trap. I forgot about that in the recording, to be honest. You find like bodies like these, and you have to look for certain ones with heads, because you can only extract ones with like brains and heads and stuff like that. It was such a good time playing the game. I've been having a great time playing the game, and just really just going at it. Me and a couple of guys I met were playing the other day, and it was honestly just pretty fantastic. It was such a fun experience. Now, usually at this point in the review, I usually have some critiques to really say some things. I want to go ahead and get some of the bad stuff out of the way before I start talking about the good things, because honestly, there is a lot of good and very little bad. So I'm going to go ahead and just name a couple of things, which is usually that the game is relatively buggy, but again, it's in early access, and the developers are working to just listen to community support, which they are fantastic about. I have, seen many discussions on their Discord server talking about basically fixing bugs, and players are very supportive on getting this game up and rolling, and I'm very excited to see where it goes. Now, when it comes to other things that I would like to complain about, it usually has to do with some of the enemies. Now, there's this one enemy, I don't know if I'll ever I have a recording to show him, but it's basically this dude with a big ass hammer. He is really easy to take down. Sometimes it is really easy to take down enemies and basically kill them, and I feel like with this type of game and the way that it's set up, it should be harder. Now, not saying the game isn't hard. Oh, here's one of the dudes right now, the guy with the giant hammer. He's on the recording. Basically, like, he's actually really easy to take down. Now, he can basically almost one-shot you sometimes, depending. But he is just really easy to take down. I did a live stream the other day. I don't know if anybody was watching, but I did a live stream the other day, and this guy he goes down so easily, and I feel like he should be more intimidating. Now, not saying there isn't any enemies that are difficult or, hard to get around, but this particular one was just super easy, and he acts kind of like a nemesis sort of deal. Like, you don't know whenever he's gonna pop up. Same thing with the other ghouls in the game. Besides that, there's also some enemies. I do wish that some of the enemies were a little bit more challenging, but not as challenging, if you get what I mean. I obviously love the design and all the enemies and stuff in this game. I love the idea that you and your friends are basically just hunting demons in World War II bunkers. It is such a cool concept and stuff. But I do want a challenge. I think that the game is just a little bit too easy. Now, to be fair, I've only done the first area. I have only completed the first area, and I have not even completed the first boss, because the boss is just that hard, but I've played enough to make an opinion on it, and so far, I do think that this game is fantastic. I think there is a lot to love about this game, and I can't wait to see what, the developers take forward to make this game even more amazing, especially since this game's only going to be in early access for a year, so later on down the line, I definitely want to see more updates, more classes, things like that. It's a fantastic game, but I do think that this game needs to have more of a challenge. Now, that being said, let me go ahead and talk about the things that I love about this game. There's so much to love about this game. So much content. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of the way. There's so much content to love. Even though this game literally just came out, and they is just early access, shit. This game has so much to do in the like when you first start it. It is nothing but, goodness. There's a lot of weapons, there's a good bit of classes, there's a lot of upgrades, lots of spells to unlock. Like this game is magic galore, and it is fan fucking tastic. There's a lot of cosmetics that you can unlock, and there's different ways to unlock them. Achievements are not too hard, so if you're going for a completionist route, you know, it is very, very doable, and it's pretty fun. This game has a lot of replayability, even if you're playing solo, and it offers just a very good time. And unlike a lot of other extraction shooters or extraction games like Lethal Company or Escape from Tarkov, if if I want to make an example out of that game, even though this game has nothing to do with Escape of Tarkov. This game is just absolutely brutal, brilliant, and pretty amazing. It is an honestly just an amazing experience that I really recommend to you. I think that this game is going to be really good, especially within the time being, and I see nobody talking about it. I think like it is absolutely crazy that no one has made a video on it, no one's made a review on it, and honestly, it feels great to know that probably I be the first one to speak highly about this game, and I can't wait for other people to watch it and go like, "Holy shit, this game looks amazing! Let me go buy it on Steam." And honestly, I think you should. I think you should buy this game. Now, with the rest of the stuff that I want to pretty much bring up with the game is that basically it is at heart a love letter to so many things. I was talking to the developer who's the head of the Discord, and he was telling me exactly what inspired them to make this game, and I was like, "Oh, my brain automatically got hooked." Basically, think of this as like a mix of Wolfenstein, Helldivers, Warhammer 40K, and everything dark diesel punk, and it is fantastic. I love the imagery. I love everything about this game. It is fucking just amazing. I think that the way that this game is going, I think you should definitely check it out. Now, before we send things off, I do want to go ahead and just basically just name a couple of things off, like things like what the classes are, just some like the way that it looks, because graphically the game looks great. Even though the game is still buggy, the game just looks fantastic. I think that the art direction for the game just looks just fantastic. Let me go ahead and show some screenshots of that I just randomly took while I was just looking around, because it looks that good. Look how stunning this all is. Here's the first one. Here's the second screenshot. Look at it. It's so good. I love the art direction. And then here's me holding my cat that I got. And yes, you could pet the cat. So 10 out of 10 game. You could pet the dog, cat, whatever. Oh, and another big thing, I forgot to mention some things about the game, but there is an insanity meter. This game does have a insanity meter for if you're using too much magic, and it can cause you to basically see this white ghost lady. I'm gonna put a recording here. I'm gonna try to find one, or just randomly record it. This white, it's like her name's like the goddess. I think it's like the goddess of the of this game's universe, but. Basically, she'll chase you around and basically choke the shit out of you and turn you into a monster, which then your friends would have to fight off. But I don't have a recording of the goddess turning you into a ghoul, but I do have a recording of me running away like a scared little baby. So let me go find that real quick.
Tribute completed. Their pain has purpose now.
So, ending things here, what is my overall opinion of Fear of Faith? How do I feel about it, and what do I stand on its early cycle in life already? So far, I think the game's great. Even though the glitches and stuff still need to be worked on, doesn't mean you're not going to have a fun time. Either way, if you have any issues with the game, you can just report it and they will quickly fix it. The support team for the game is obviously very good, and the company who obviously is working on it cares about their game a lot. And you can tell from the art direction to the gameplay to everything else about the game, it is actually fan-fucking-tastic. Hate to say it like that, but like it is just an amazing experience and very fun, very scary. I have and I'm still having a blast, and I will probably play this game after I get done uploading this video. I have a lot of experiences with playing this game, and so far I have sunk at least like about almost 10 hours, going on maybe 12 hours into playing this game. It is absolutely just an amazing experience, and I definitely recommend it for those who are looking for a good time. I definitely say that like right now is like the perfect time to get into it, because right now the game is only running at like $8 on Steam until the next few days when the introductory sale goes away. Now, so far, I would have to say that this game is probably a good solid 8 out of 10. Now, why is it not 10, and why do I feel that way? Well, it's mostly just, like I said, due to the bugs and due to some, like, jankiness with some of the enemies, and I do wish the game was just a little bit more challenging for my taste. Now, I'm not saying I'm a full-on masochist or anything, but I do like a challenge when it comes to the game. Now, the only thing challenging in the game for me is just the fact that, I mean, the bosses themselves are pretty challenging. I don't have a recording for me fighting any of the bosses, but I still haven't defeated any of the bosses yet, as of this recording. I have not defeated any of the bosses until, as of this recording. I will probably later down the line finally get done with the first boss, because the first boss is hard. He is definitely a challenge, and I love it. I love the fact that it's challenging. I like the fact that his whole boss fight is basically like a little puzzle. But either way, thank you guys for watching. I hope to God that this game actually gets the recognition that it deserves, and that more people, find it and have fun with it, because it honestly is a great game. I definitely recommend it for people who just like extraction shooters and just want to have some fun with some friends for a couple of hours. You can quite literally fight demons, drink beer with your friends, and run away from a goth woman just like the rest of the people on this, on like all the rest of the nerdy gamers out here who are afraid of women. Sorry to say it like that, but yeah, I mean, the game is just that good. It's a good time. I honestly just recommend it, and if the, people who made this game are watching, I honestly feel thankful that they made this game. It is such a fun experience and has lots of content already, even though there is only 2 maps, which there's going to be more later on down the line, and more classes and more content. But either way, thank you guys for watching. It is, I feel so great finally to come back and, make some proper videos, especially since now I actually have a working computer to play games like these and start doing more reviews and more reviews, more videos, and all that kind of matter. So either way, thank you guys for watching, and definitely try to get this game more. Give this game a chance. If you find it on Steam, definitely just give it a chance. It's cheap, $8, and, later on down the line, it's probably going to be like $20, I don't know. But either way, it's such a good game and such a good experience. I have hardly no issues playing it. It was very fun. Very well optimized as well, and that's really all I gotta say. I really had a good time, and I definitely recommend it more. But either way, when the developers aren't, fixing their game, they're posting crazy shit like this.
Speak English?
No.
You speak English?
Yellow. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. New York, Washington, Miami, iPhone, McDonald's, Amazon. Names. No.
Sorry, I had to include that clip because I don't know. I find their YouTube channel and their social media just pretty funny. They're like I said, the developers are really great people. But either way, this is dragging on for too long, and I just wanted to go ahead and just say, hey, I love this game, and if the developers are listening, thank you for making the game. You did a wonderful job. But anyway, I will see all of y'all later, and like and subscribe. It's a great game. Love it. And goodbye. And I'll see you later on the next Red Save Point review.